G'day guys, welcome to another video. I'm going to go straight on to what happened, not yesterday, the day before, but obviously the last thing you saw is I was testing the Series 4 front, and I got the wing and everything if you haven't seen the end of the last video. But the day after that, I went to the first BMX competition I've entered in about, pretty sure 18 years. I'm now 41 years old, and we went out and rode our first ever BMX comp this, what do they call it, decade. So yeah, I'm gonna chuck some clips in here, check it out. So that was just insane to go and ride that event. The whole of Sunday, I literally just laid down in pain, realizing that I am in fact really old. Not really old, but just like it beat me up pretty bad. So my ankles, both ankles hurt, wrist hurts, shoulders bad. My forearm copped it a couple times, like for some reason, I don't even know what I hit. But yeah, a ton of pain. Anyway, in the last video, the other thing I also didn't show you guys is I also had a big package come from X-Force exhaust. So it's X-Force exhaust here. So I'll just pop that out of the way. But yeah, they sent me a whole bunch of bends, some straight pipe, some hangers and stuff to get onto this exhaust situation. Because yesterday, well, the last video we watched, I could only do a couple laps at a time and had to go in because I was getting fumes, because the exhaust ends literally there and it's an open cabin. So I want to do two things probably in this video that you guys will see. Is I want to make my exhaust, whether I weld it out or I get someone to come around and TIG it out, or someone to teach me how to TIG better and I'll give it a go. But regardless, we need to TIG that out, or TIG or MIG, ideally TIG, to make the exhaust nice. But my plan, I was considering running the exhaust out the back. Now I'm leading much more towards wanting to run it out the sides. I don't know, I just think it'd be cool. There's a lot of room behind the wheel, like in front and behind the wheel, and I figure why not put the exhaust straight out of there. And then I've got the X-Force tips just here, which were from the original 370Z exhaust. We're going to mount them so I can see the X-Force logo, really cool. Yeah, so I've got a good plan going forward with it. I'm just going to give it a red hot go. I'm going to try and do a much better job at vlogging the actual building process. When I say there's less of a rush, I was going to try and do the whole series front conversion properly before this event, but this event is on this Friday. It's now Monday. Between now and then, I need to get the exhaust, I need to seal the cabin off, I need to get a passenger seat in it that's properly mounted, and get another harness. You know, there's more things I need to button up rather than worrying about the aesthetics of it, you know, the what front end I'm going to run. So I will end up putting the Series 3 front back on the car for this event. So yeah, here's sort of one last look at essentially what the Series 4 front's going to look like. Obviously the headlights and grille and bumper aren't there, but this gives you an idea. So that'll come off today. I'll bolt all the Series 3 stuff back on. Series 1 to 3, I don't know the difference, honestly. Someone said that's not Series 3, that's Series 1. I really don't know the difference. It's the older style front. And obviously Series 4 is facelift. So we'll stick with all that. I've got to work out what to do this window. I've got to shield off this area here, as well as I'm probably going to have to now move my sub so we can hear it. I really want to put my front speakers in. they're the sort of things to me right now that are somewhat important, because when you're at a big event, you'll get lineups and things like that. If I can crank the stereo and have it been a bit of a party bus, I kind of want that. So that's one of the big things we're going to try and sort out. I don't know if in this video or the next, but there's some of the things we need to do leading up to this event. Drift the Downs this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to be out there not only with the patrol, we may bring the S14 as well, we're not sure yet. But we're going to be there with merch and all that sort of stuff with the whole fam. So it's going to be a good one. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of this piping, start mocking some stuff up, see how we go. Alright, so I sort of flew by the seat of my pants and did this bit. Not entirely happy with where it finishes. So it finishes a touch too far in. I kind of don't mind where it is, but it's just a bit far back in and slightly on the wrong angle. But means I can add a bit to it and get it to where I need it. On the other hand, this side, I've gone and set the piece where I want it. I like it because we can still see the little X-Force logo there, but it's like just in line with all the bodywork, and I feel like it's at, you know, a reasonable height and everything. It's kind of cool where it is. I like it. Yeah, it's going to be good for now. My plan in the future, once I go RB with this car and remove the stock 370Z tank, I actually want to run the exhaust out of here on both sides, one on each side, sort of. I don't know, I think it'd be pretty cool, but that'll have to be later on in the future. Once we do go for the better engine, we'll redo the whole exhaust. We'll need like a, you know, 3.5-inch system, 4-inch system to let the RB breathe. So this is for now still retaining the full X-Force 370Z exhaust, just altering the back of it a bit, and you know, this will be good enough for what we've got coming up. And then before, yeah, like it won't be before the next big event we're going to, but after that real big event we've got planned coming up, which I will announce soon, that's when we'll probably go RB, and that's when we'll be messing with the exhaust and everything, and basically making the engine and breathing of this whole setup way better. But for now, I'm gonna try and get this to work, and then I'll try and fix up the other side. But I want to get this side right, and that way I can fix that side to be the same as this side. I know you can't see both sides of the car at the same time, but it's something in my head which I'd really like to have somewhat right, even though the rest of the car's not going to be mint by any means. But I don't know, it's my brain, that's how it's working, so we'll keep plotting away at this. Alright, this side I think looks a lot better. Comes out
exactly where I want it. Look at it in line with the body. Just perfect. I said you can still see the X-Files logo, quite cool. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. May change it before that big event, but for now, for this event coming up, I like this. See how it goes. My biggest concern is not that this car generally is pushing in much power at all, but I'm worried about rubber build-up on that and it catching on fire. So just have to keep a really good eye on it, but otherwise I'm happy. Redo the other side to make it like this side and we'll be done. All right, I've got something I'm pretty happy with. I made a new hanger, just a solid hanger up on the back because I got flexies further down the exhaust. I'm not stressed there. I've got these exactly where I want them. Got that side exactly where I want them. It's had one big hanger in the middle that's bolted on. So I'm going to wait for a buddy to come around, TIG it all out for me. I'm not pumped on my MIG welds on stainless. So I'm going to get a buddy to come around and see if he can stick some metal together for us. And then the exhaust will hopefully be, well, not hopefully, it will be finished for now up until we end up going to the other motor, I think. Unless I drive it at this event coming up this weekend at the Drifter Downs and think that this is a bad place to have the exhaust sticking out and I maybe just point it to the back of the car or something. But we will, I guess, decide after this weekend. I'm pretty happy with where it's sitting though. Like, that to me looks all right. It's different. It fills that gap between the tyre and the guard, and overall, I don't know, something different. I kind of like it. Not 100% sold on it, but I kind of like it now. I'll be interested to see the car down, out on track, running around and see if I do like it or not. But yeah, the plans for the future with the exhaust coming out of here, I'm definitely pumped on. But for now, I reckon this is the go. See, so actually while I'm here, I've got to give a big shout out to the guys at X-Force for supplying the material and supplying the exhaust in the first place for this car. It did make a good difference to the power and made it sound good without giving it that horrible VQ trumpet. Like for a street car, this is by far the system to have. Still sounds good, no trumpet. I don't know, I personally think it's a ripper exhaust. And another big shout out to SS Customs. They sorted me out with these things. They're basically like a tacking clamp. So you can be out here. I've been doing this all on my own out here this morning. Well, it's afternoon now, but I use these to clamp two pipes together, and then each hole is a tacking hole. And you can go and tack each of the holes, and then you obviously slip this off and go onto your next part of the exhaust. So these are really handy. Got them in a bunch of different sizes from like 1 inch up to like 4 inch, I believe. But super handy. Check them out, SS Customs. They've been a supporter of the channel for a really long time. And honestly don't do a ton of fab like this, so I'm not really that good at it. But I am trying to lean more into it as the future goes on. But this is a godsend for doing an exhaust, I tell you that much. Cool, keep going. All right, so Flano's made his way over and he's tagging away over here, but I got a package from the homies at Auto Dream. So check them out there. If you can click that on the screen, try clicking that on the screen, but they sent me this super rad gear knob. I'm not sure what I'm gonna run it on. I'm actually gonna see if wifey likes it and might put it in her car because I kind of stole her gear knob a little while ago. All right, so I got a gift. I know I stole your knob.
And then replaced it with something that
small knob.
No, the one before this.
Oh, the Nismo.
Yeah, but the way that it was, I didn't like the shape of it, and it just felt weird on the palm of my hand. It's a real sensory thing, and I was just like, nah, I can't do it. I'm like, I won't.
She needs just the right knob.
Yeah, and then I don't know, it just feels weird.
I'm hoping I can supply you with just the right knob.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
Do you like it?
That's sick. That's really cool.
It's sick, eh? You don't know.
That's gonna feel weird. I don't think I've ever shifted with something like that before.
Well, you've held something that big before, but...
I'm not used to balls that big.
No. Oh,
That's
take
weird.
your knob off and put that knob on. Nice. That looks sick. That does look sick.
How does it feel in your hand? Does it feel weird?
You know who drives with knobs like this? Mike, the one that you said had the ankle monitor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It feels pretty cool, actually.
Does it?
Yeah. No, you might have to take your car for a drive. See what you think it feels like. I think it feels cool. It's definitely different because you're not putting your hand around it, you're putting your hand over it.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick. It looks cool as hell.
It looks weird because I've never seen anything like that on a car. So to me, I'm just like, what are those?
Anyway, if you want your own Auto Dream, go check him out. What do you reckon?
Weird.
Weird?
Yeah. I'm still not sure. I think I need to drive it for longer. I don't know. It's weird.
It's like the longest drive you've done in a long time anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks sick though. It really looks cool.
I don't know. It's just so weird. It's the only way I can explain it. Like, it just feels not normal.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's not normal.
No.
Extra large.
Feels weird. Does my dose sound weird?
Go again?
No.
No.
Sounds weird.
You just haven't
Probably
driven it a long time. Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah. Can reverse better than me. Ooh, lock. Left hand down. Face it. Yep. Straight back at that. Keep going. That's it. No, you're going over the wood, mate. Sorted. Straight steering. Or not.
Can definitely reverse better than you.
No, I said that. Well, did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Ah, can reverse better than me.
Don't show people with shoes on my feet.
Oh, your moccasins. Alright, now back to Flano. Living the dream. So apparently some of my prep wasn't the best. A few gaps. Honestly, I couldn't... There was gaps I couldn't see. Let's look at this side though. Bloody mint.
That'll weld fine. But
Yeah.
then you've got stuff like... Here's a big gap that you could drive a truck through.
Mate, I don't know what you're talking about. You can step over it, you can TIG over it. Or is that MIG?
I can. It's just not going to be pretty.
Yeah, well.
It'll work.
It doesn't need to be super pretty. This is a somewhat temporary exhaust. Somewhat temporary.
It'll do for now.
Yeah. Alright, finished up product. You see that little bit of grinding I was doing? I'm starting to make seat rails, cutting out of 4mm or 5mm. Real thick stuff, pain to grind through. But in that time, Flano's gone through and finished up on the exhaust. The hanger has actually worked out sweet. I bolted in up the top there. She's all welded out. So, big thanks to Flano Fab.
Mate, I'm not a fabricator. I'm not a welder. I'm just a dickhead that owns a welder.
Yeah.
I did what I could with what I had.
Nah, he's definitely helped out. So now we can close the back. Oh, I've still got that tape in there. We can drop her down.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to fire it up, and you think it might sound a bit different.
I think it'll sound different just because of where the exhaust is coming out. It'll still sound good because it's the same setup and it's all merged and everything, so it shouldn't sound terrible. But I just think it'll sound different.
Yeah. We'll find out in a second. All right, first fire up. Sounds the same. Sounds the same. By the time you go up, turn around, come back in, you should be able to give it a little rev. you have to climb out the window. Look at that, fits under the lift. Beauty. Right, so the patrol's been demoted off the hoist area because, well, I've started putting the Series 3 front back on, which is good. Blister's out here to act like he's been doing something, but he hasn't been doing nothing.
Fuck all.
Yep. But what is going on here, a lot of you guys always ask, you know, what do you you must have good neighbours, blah, blah, blah. This is my neighbour. This is my neighbour's R33, which was really loud, which isn't as loud anymore. But this is his 33 4-door. So if you're wondering about all the grinding and stuff, I feel like it's encouraged. Would you say that?
Yeah, pretty much to what you want, isn't it? Swings and roundabouts.
When there's any shenanigans going over here, they're generally over here, so yeah.
If he's allowed out.
If he's allowed out, yeah.
Oh, it'll be you next.
Was
Oh,
calling the kettle black there, wasn't it?
Yeah, never see him anymore. Just work and the female. Not partner, not nothing yet.
Not yet.
But yeah, this is his 33 4-door. Pretty spicy. 400?
370 something?
370, 400. Who's counting?
370.
370Z, yes.
Yeah.
Just
You always round up.
easy on that.
I'm on the support there.
Yeah. Just there's no support on the end. So, yeah.
Luke's saying
He'll be
you're
right. Huh?
Yeah, I haven't been to the gym in a while.
Who's Jim?
But anyway, he's working on this new clutch because he killed it at, no, not the same day I took this out, a different day.
Friday night drifts.
Yeah.
One lap in it.
Hey?
I only got one lap in it before it decided to just leave the chat.
That tells me you haven't been driving hard enough to work. Yeah?
Yeah, alright.
It's a bit rough.
Yeah. So anyway, he's going to handle this and we'll catch this vlog again tomorrow.